and it's an important disease to combat is Alzheimer's. So look forward to a lot more news coming up in the next few months, the next couple of years. I really like some of these approaches too, clearing out the plaques, clearing out the tau protein tangles. That's kind of the engineering approach that's the heart of SENS. And it really seems to make sense on an intuitive level. So hopefully that will continue. Some good news there in Alzheimer's research. Here's something else that people have been talking about at the Immortality Institute. What the heck is Vivix? Well, it's a resveratrol product that's starting to be promoted by Dr. Sinclair. You know, Sinclair of Citrus Pharmaceuticals that was sold to GlaxoSmithKline. And then, now, why this has become a big discussion is Sinclair is going through this multi-level marketing outfit, Shockley, whatever I don't know how you pronounce it, Shockley. It's a multi-level marketing outfit. You know, these pyramid schemes, and that has gotten a lot of people kind of queasy about Sinclair, Dr. Sinclair, because you know these multi-level marketing things. If you ever been involved in one, they typically only benefit the top people who get involved, and then you recruit people, and everyone who you recruit underneath you, well, they pay you a little dividend, a little bit. But all these multi-level marketing schemes always seem to collapse after a few months, and you got a few dozen people at the top of the pyramid that get rich off of this. And the rest of the people are left kind of just, they tried their best to sell the product, and then they don't really make a whole lot. So it's kind of disturbing, some members have said, that they're trying to sell this product through multi-level marketing channels. We have a member at the Institute who sells resveratrol. You probably are familiar. Rev Genetics, Anthony, a great member at the Institute. So you do have options. You don't have to go through a multi-level marketing scheme to get good resveratrol products like you can get from Rev Genetics. He's of course, Rev Genetics is a sponsor at the Immortality Institute, and you've probably heard me promote them in the past as a great sponsor right now, currently, of the Immortality Institute. You'll see their banners in the forums like you can see here. And one thing that's interesting here, you'll notice the title of this forum says, "You can help the first immortal by doing what you already do." What that alludes to is that there is a member of the Immortality Institute who has cancer, and it's stage 20 cancer. It's metastasized. It's a bad situation. The first immortal has the cancer, and Anthony and Rev Genetics are donating money. If you buy your resveratrol from Rev Genetics, he's donating 10% of any purchases that you make to a fund to help the first immortal fight his cancer and or support a cryonic suspension for the first immortal. So another good reason to buy resveratrol from Rev Genetics. Now, if you do go there and buy it, you have to type in a code word, immortal. If you type in immortal when you purchase your Rev Genetics resveratrol, then 10% of that purchase will go to the fund to help the first immortal. So just another great thing there. You don't have to buy through these multi-level marketing channels. Although, I mean, it's interesting that resveratrol is getting so much publicity nowadays, and it's really. I mean, Sinclair was one of the first people to start taking it. And at first, he took the brand Longevinex. Some people go with that brand, but there's many brands out there nowadays. And if it really is a good anti-aging supplement, the price is coming down somewhat, and the formulations are getting better. Of course, if you ever want to know anything you want to know about resveratrol, just stop by the Immortality Institute forums. If we don't have the most discussions ongoing about resveratrol, I'll eat my shorts. I mean, our forums are full of resveratrol topics. How to make it most effective, what the right dosage is, are there any side effects? It's completely covered. So you can always check out all the latest on resveratrol in the Immortality Institute forums. Well, also another segment that, of course, we do here on the Sunday evening update is the snake oil preview. And this week, I am going to bring up a person, not a product. Who is this? Yes, he's back. Elixir. This is Elixir. You might be more familiar with this old photograph of Elixir. Now, I'm not going to say that he's peddling snake oil, just that he's very mysterious. And he charges many thousands of dollars for consultations on how to live forever. Oh, I see in the chat, Lucid says, it's a scam, it's a scam. Well, you know, I'm not going to go 100% and say it's a scam. You know, he's a longevity coach, I guess, is what you would call him. And I'm trying to get him on the Sunday evening update to interview him. But you know, here's the thing. He's selling a program. He's going to teach you how to live longer, which undoubtedly, if anyone who's read some of his, you know, stuff that he's had said before, you know, and maybe even purchased some of his books or pamphlets or whatever for 99 bucks, he basically is promoting caloric restriction, which it's no secret anymore. You know, everyone knows you can live a lot longer by doing caloric restriction, right? He also probably has some advice about which supplements and which, you know, which types of foods are better, and meditation. I get, just reading his website, I get the idea he practices yoga or meditation or something like that as well. He probably has some sort of exercise program. But why people think it's a scam is because he says he's over 50 years old in this photograph. Now, many people have looked at it. This is the most recent photograph. He revamped his website. I think it's called Anti-Aging News now. And really, it's an interesting website. That's why I don't want to say it's snake oil. That's why I have a question mark here. Because he's a big promoter of longevity and immortality. He's trying to tell people, trying to convince people, hey, you know, if you just do simple things, there's some simple things that you can make yourself much more healthy and you can live a lot longer. Unfortunately, you know, he's also trying to make money by being kind of this mysterious character, and he never gives interviews. Or someone said it once he might have been on Oprah. I don't know. Maybe he was. But many people also look at this new up-to-date photograph and says, and they think that he has quite a bit of makeup on here and that it's probably been touched up in Photoshop before he put it on his website. I don't know. It does look like it's kind of a little bit glossed over. He claims he's over 50, but he looks like that, which is hard to believe. I mean, I've seen some young-looking 50-year-olds. You know, maybe he's coloring his hair. But anyway, at least it's a little bit more lifelike picture than this old floating head picture that he used to have on his website all the time. You know, is it really him? Is it a picture from 20 years ago? No one knows. I'd say I would believe him if I could meet him and see documentations, you know, birth certificate, driver's license, this and that, I don't know. But, you know, one of his, how he makes his money is he remains kind of mysterious. And I'm sure there's a lot of rich Hollywood types or, you know, some other type of multimillionaire people, investors, who knows, that would pay him. You know, he charges something like, for one day, or one afternoon with Elixir, it's like $1,500. For an entire day, it's like $4,000. For a whole week, for a whole weekend, it's like $10,000. And if you want to spend a whole year with Elixir, learning all the secrets of living forever and living a lot longer, then you can pay him $1 million. So yes, that's where I know Lucid says it's a scam, and that's where, you know, I mean, what he's saying, you know, the stuff he's going to teach you probably is things that you could find anywhere else on the internet. Right at the Immortality Institute, you read through the forums, and you're going to pick up a ton of tips on living healthy, exercise, caloric restriction, supplements. Oh, supplements. So many people talk about supplements so often on the Immortality Institute website. But at the Immortality Institute, it's free. And you can just ask questions if you want about, you know, certain things. Although the navigators do get a little upset at times if everyone's just asking